In this episode, we build a septic system, bring water into the house, to the bathhouse, into the container, pull an electrical cable, and also, I operate an excavator. The kid operates an excavator. Turns out it's all simple. The excavator operator explained everything to us.
Меня одна бежит. Здесь копать не будешь. Ты куда? Я ж не успел даже слезть с трактора. Ты иди отсюда, нихуя, никто ничего не будет.
Hi everyone. While going through the archives of my construction project, I realized that for some reason, I never released a video about installing the sewage system and water supply, even though I had filmed plenty of material, so here it is. The events in this video take place right after the reinforced concrete piles were driven in and before I filled the pile field with stone. Through ads on Avito, I found these brave guys with their iron horses and explained what I needed, and I needed the following. Dig a 2-well septic tank for the house, run the sewage pipe to it, which had to be laid between the piles, meaning under the future house, with 3 connection points, 2 bathrooms, and the kitchen. Dig a sewage well next to the foundation of the future bathhouse. Lay a 32mm HDPE water pipe from the house to the bathhouse into the container. In the same trench, throw in the electrical cable for them. When the guys arrived, we started discussing the details of how and where we would dig. Initially, the idea was to use one trench for both sewage and water. First to bury the HDPE pipe at a depth of 1.7 meters, then place the sewage pipe above it. But we quickly abandoned that plan.
Знаешь что? Я вот что подумал-то. Ну, не делают так.
В смысле?
Ну, как тебе сказать, 1,70 м выкапываешь, да, грунт потом все равно будет осаживаться, и вот это будет, я вот просто думаю, может отдельно ее бабахнем. Канализационную трубу ты имеешь в виду? Ну, канализационную он хотел вместе с этой. Понял. Сперва эту засыпаем, а потом канализационную. Вот. Ну а грунт он же рыхлый.
Потому что думаешь, может быть, что там осядет.
И сломается. Да, и она может, ну.
И уже не будет такого наклона, например.
Ну да, он нарушится. А тут мы четенько подкопаем, ну, выровняем по уровню, и все как бы. Она же на жесткую грунт ляжет.
After talking it through, they began unloading the equipment and materials. 2 mini excavators were used, delivered by a crane truck and a regular truck. The same crane truck later brought the rings and lids and was also used to haul away the soil. I'll tell you the cost of the work and all materials closer to the end of the video. So everything was unloaded and the work finally got going. We started by digging the pit for the first septic well. The soil was taken outside the fence, spread out in a thin layer in the field.
Как-нибудь тут это. Ну, чуть-чуть, чтобы уж не был, чтобы не вот кучище лежал.
Then they started installing the well dot. Then they began digging the trench for the sewage pipe. What surprised me most was that the digging was done mostly by a boy who looked about 11 to 12 years old, the son of one of the workers, and he was doing a pretty good job, although I worried a bit that he might hit one of the piles. Everything turned out fine. Then they started laying the 110mm sewage pipe. At this stage, I'm sure many will comment about the mistake made during installation. and they'll be right. You shouldn't use 90-degree elbows there. You need two 45-degree ones for smoother turning.
Там, наверное, лучше побольше приподнять.
Ну там-то мы сейчас он камень бросим, подожди, еще больше. Примерно так.
Момент истины. Сейчас будем проверять, все ли льется как надо. Не течет. А?
Какой ты шустрый, смотри.
Че, так долго, что ли?
Мне нравится. Ты пешком пройдись. Ты что, прям махом, что ли, сюда прибежишь?
Да, блядь, вода, она же быстрая должна быть.
Ладно, черт. Ты ее так пусти под склон даже 5 градусов, она не так побежит. Вот ты зубы почистил, она сюда пришла. А сливать-то сколько ты сливаешь? Минимум ведро говно слить. Ну, лучше я бульк, а вот так. Ух, вот она и пойдет этой волной. Давай попробуем побольше. Да.
Давай, да. Течет.
They drilled holes in the concrete ring for the pipe, entering from the house and for the overflow into the second septic well. They dug the pit for the second well, installed the rings there too, the only difference being that this well has no bottom. They made an overflow between them, installed a riser, and buried everything. The bathhouse well was done the same way. Now we started digging the deep trench for the water pipe. It has to be below the frost line, so they went down to 1.7 meters. The electrical cable was placed in the same trench. After laying these utilities, they started backfilling the trench. They jokingly suggested that I try being an excavator operator too. I didn't get the joke, and like a kid with a new toy, happily filled in the trench.
А?
Не хочешь попробовать?
На чем? Хочу. Конечно, хочу.
Пацаны, дайте покопать, да?
Да. Это как это, лимузин, дайте поразворачиваться.
I watered all the buried trenches. This stage is the most pleasant part of the whole job. It comes at the very end after all the hard and responsible work. Plus, watching the wet soil sink is oddly satisfying. Also asked the excavators to remove some soil under the house. The upper parts of the piles were sticking out just a little, and I was worried that in winter, the soil might rise due to frost heave and reach the beam frame. A bit later, I'll lay geotextile here and cover it with crushed stone. As for the prices in this video, for all the septic work, including materials, they charged me exactly 100,000 rubles, the HDPE pipe. I bought 200 meters for 6,400 rubles. The SIP for 16 cable, 100 meters. Cost 5,500 rubles.
Итого получается 111 900 рублей в этой серии.
Looking back at that stage now. It was a great time at the very beginning of construction. The mood was excellent. Plenty of enthusiasm and money. Wonderful. D at later stages. When it comes to finishing work, and you've already run low on money, while the number of gray hairs has mysteriously increased, the sparkle in your eyes starts rolling down your cheeks as tears. But anyway, let's not talk about sad things. Better tell me in the comments how your construction is going. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Bye-bye, everyone.